Hello and welcome to Michael's Minty Music for today. Today we review Pink's 2019 album, Hurts to Be Human. Spelled like that. It's alright, but not one of my favorite albums from her. This is the track listing, and these are the tracks I added to my playlist, 4 out of 13, so a little less than a third of the whole album. Honestly, I mean, this album's better than I give it credit for, but I personally just don't find many of the songs interesting, especially on my first listen. They weren't anything special. The good songs here are as good as Pink usually is, but there aren't that many of them here. Most of the songs sound super similar to other songs, and some of them are super similar to ones that are already on the album. They aren't super great, and I can barely remember most of them, so even though I only just re-listened to this album. The flow is alright, but it's a bit too slow. There isn't any good upbeat songs on the back half of the album, and the front side's only a little bit better. Not a great flow from her. There are no really upbeat songs that would put this much better than it actually is, if that makes sense. Overall, it's an alright album that doesn't have a ton of good songs, but there's nothing here that's really bad. It's just unmemorable, which is sometimes worse. There was only one single released before the album, Walk Me Home, which was on the radio, definitely. Along with, I think, Love Me Anyway was also on the radio. I think so. Maybe Can We Pretend? I don't remember. But Walk Me Home definitely was. My favorite song here, though, is definitely the opening track, Hustle. It's pretty much the only one on the album that's upbeat. It starts off the album much better than the rest of the album is. It goes quite a long way towards making the first half of the album pretty decent overall. Just that one track really starts it off well, and then it kind of doesn't really go anywhere, but I ranked this album second to last out of all of Pink's albums, only better than her debut album, Can't Take Me Home, which I really don't like. I feel like some of the songs on that album aren't good at all. So Hurts to Be Human is easily better than that, but both Beautiful Trauma and The Truth About Love just have more good songs on them, although they flow about as well as this album. This is clearly one of her least favorite albums of mine, and it's the least favorite of her least favorite for me, so this is not a great album in terms of my personal opinion, but it's definitely good enough that somebody probably likes it. Now, Hurts to Be Human doesn't take my top spot from 2019. That goes to Taylor Swift's Lover, which flows better and has more songs I like on it, so clearly takes the top spot here, and I think even from a quality perspective is a little bit better in terms of overall quality. Next up is Avril Lavigne's 2019 album, Head Above Water. Big gap between this one and her last album, 6 years, so I'm interested to see how that affects the album's sound. Stay tuned for that, and as always, stay minty.